All right, guys, so we're in the shop. I got the old dually pulled in here, the old tow pig dually. We're fixing to pull the bumper off, pull the old leaf springs out, and we're gonna put this right here, that reverse shackle kit. We're gonna stick that thing underneath here. I got some Super Duty springs out at the scrap pile. I'm gonna go pull them out, put those under here. The front end of this thing, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be up there. But I gotta get away from these shackles that are on the front end. The front of the leaf springs, it's fighting against itself. Thing rides like a log wagon. So we're gonna try to make it ride a little bit better with this kit. It's from PMF, by the way. PMF reverse shackle kit for Super Duty springs on a 97 OBS axle. Using a new Gimbo thing. It's kind of like trying to learn it, figure it out. Bear with me. But get the OBS lifted up and go from there. Pull the tires off, disconnect the brake lines. I got new brake lines put on it. Yeah, start disconnecting stuff, get everything out of the way we need to put this here RSK on. So let's go. Alright guys, so got everything loose on the front end of the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the lift button and take this thing out and get this axle separated from the suspension. Let's go. All right, so as you can see here, we're just gonna go ahead and pull these bolts off. Get those broke loose. These here broke loose. I already got that one loose there. And I gotta do this one over here. Get these springs out. That's the reverse shackle kit from PMF. This will go on the front of the front frame horns where the shackles currently are. It'll bolt up there and there, have a whole bunch of bolts and stuff in it. These shackles go to the back position of the leaf spring, like under the floorboard, and then the solid mount puts it underneath the bumper. So we'll get her all set up and on there. All right, so we got the shackle kit bolted up on here, front and back. Shackles are on, the front half's on. I'm eventually gonna blow a hole in the side of this plate with the cutting torches and put another bolt in this side. I don't like how they made this kit to only have one bolt on the outside of the frame rail on both sides. So I'm gonna make another hole in that, put another bolt in that, but for now, I want you guys to check out these springs, the spring difference. So this thing is gonna be big, okay? Like it was already big before, and it was just at stock ride height, like stock F350 springs. It was a single wheel F350 four-wheel drive truck, and we did the dually swap. We put the dually hubs on the front and then the dually rear axle to make it a true four-wheel drive dually. But we never did a lift kit or anything. So now we have 2.5 inches of lift on the reverse shackle kit there and back there on the shackle. So there's 2.5 inches there. And here's our spring difference. So obviously the one over there on the left is the old original OBS spring. It's got the worn out shackle there. You can see that. But this is the new Super Duty springs that we're running on it. I've had these sitting out in my scrap pile from another project that we did like 9 months ago. But I'm gonna end up having to order new shocks. I'm gonna have to build a track bar, put a drop pitman arm on it probably. Like, it's gonna be a lot taller, I believe. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some of the little tiny bolts here and get some stuff together and get the springs stuck up there so we can look at it. All right, guys, we got the springs slapped up on there temporarily. We'll get some bolts to look tomorrow. But I would say, it's gonna be pretty tall. Guess I'll let it down to the axle and get a better idea there. Let's do that. Oh yeah, we definitely got a hard lean going now, boys. So with the weight, it definitely did straighten that shackle out, which I like. I'm happy with that. But we are 100% off the lift now. We're sitting on the axle, which is on the jack stands. I got the tire up here next to it. It's still gonna come up another inch before the lug nuts get on the tire, but you still got the tire sag. But we're definitely at full compression on the springs, and it is definitely nose high. Oh gosh, it's gonna be so big. This is awesome. I love it. Love it. Let's go. All right, guys, we're back in the shop. We got the truck lifted up. I've already made a trip to town and got the bolts that I needed to get the leaf springs bolted up, tightened up. Took my measurements for my shocks. Those are on order. So we're gonna get our new bolts in. Our new bolts in the bag here. Truck's already lifted back up. Gonna stick our new bolts in there, get it tightened up, let her down, start putting the U-bolts back on and getting her back together. Let's go. Got to pull the pitman arm off and put the drop pitman arm too. Put that on. Because like overall, these are factory Super Duty 1-ton springs. They might be 450 springs in the front. I don't know. But they're a 5-leaf pack and they came off a factory truck. And if you go online and try to order these springs, you can order them as a factory option. Like they're OEM springs. So I'm gonna get my bolts in here, get it tightened up, get my 4 to 6 inch shocks on order and swap our brake lines out, go through and start hooking everything back up. Let's go. Guys, as you can see, the truck's no longer in here. We got her back together. We got her pulled outside. And oh my gosh. I'm so stoked about this. Check it out. All right, guys, we got her dead last night. We got the front bumper on. We got the holes cut in the frame with the cutting torch. What else did we do? We got the pitman arm swapped out, steering hooked up, got the sway bar links extended. Still have a few things to do. I had to order new shocks because obviously going up 4 inches from the position that we were at. Right now at ride height, the factory shocks are at full droop and they still don't hook up. So, but other than that, we got it together enough to do a little lot drive around the parking lot last night. It's a world of difference. That RSK made a tremendous amount of difference from what it used to be with the shackle in the front on the OBS springs. Now we got the shackle in the back on Super Duty springs. 4 inches taller overall on the front. I am going to pick the back end up, probably go We're 2 inches off right now. The front's sitting at like 11.5. The back's at like 9.25. We're right at 2 inches off, 2 inches higher in the front. So we'll probably just pick the back up 2 inches, and I'll put air helper bags on it. That way whenever I put the gooseneck on the truck, it doesn't sag it out too bad. But here's how she looks now. Check this thing out. Look at that. Turned out killer. Couldn't be more happy with it. I do still have to hook up the drive shaft. I didn't hook that up yet, so you can see it hanging there. But turned out sweet. That's it for this one, guys. Peace out. We'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.